Hello everyone. I've just got back from watching Wrestlemania at my my brother's, so that was really nice watching it with him because yeah, we kind of have the same wrestling mind. Plus we grew up with wrestling together, so you know we have the same tastes and stuff. So that was really nice. So I really enjoyed that. There was lots of laughs to be had. Honestly, I wish we had the fucking camera and you guys could just fucking watch us watch it and talk to each other because my god, that's hilarious. So yeah, Wrestlemania. I'm gonna go through it and then I'm gonna give my I'll give my overall thoughts now, but I won't give anything away until I get to it. It was good. I liked it. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed myself thoroughly throughout the my brain doesn't work. I think I'm having a stroke. Throughout the entire thing. So let's start with the bullshit. Miz beat Wade Barrett in a match I didn't see because it was on the pre-show. So the Miz is Intercontinental Champion now. From what I saw the finish. It was like in a replay, and Miz did an amazing fucking reversal into the figure 4 leg lock, which I've never seen before. Not from Ric Flair, not from Greg Valentine, no one like that. So that was really cool to see. But other than that, I didn't see it. So the first match was The Shield versus the Super Friends, and I swear to God, you can bet on wrestling. I know it's strange, but I would have bet on the Super Friends winning. Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Big Show beating the Shield, but that did not happen. The Shield beat the Super Friends when Big Show. Everyone was like, "Oh, Big Show turned heel," and it's like, since when was he a good guy? Seriously. So yeah, the general gist of it was. Randy Orton and Sheamus kept tagging each other in and wouldn't let Big Show in. It was just like, what the fuck? And when I think Sheamus took the spear, Big Show didn't break it up. He just stood there, and then he knocked them both out. It was a good match. I really enjoyed it. It was really fast paced. Great to open the entire event. I really thought this is where the Shield would get their comeuppance, but it goes to say, what do they do next? Because I mean, they've just been hanging around doing nothing, and I guess they're going to go into some sort of title feud. I mean, they need the tag titles. They need a mid-card title, maybe. That'd be really cool. You know, win the tag titles, win the Intercontinental Championship or the US title. There you go. You got 3 belts on the guys. That's what you need. Alright. That's enough, probably, yeah. The next match, one of my highlights of the night, Mark Henry, versus Ryback. Mark Henry actually won this match. I would have put hundreds on Ryback winning this match. This match I wanted to see just the pure spectacle of Ryback lifting Mark Henry. And I didn't think it could be done. But I thought, obviously, it's got to be able to be done. The finish was Ryback had Mark Henry up for shell shock, and Mark Henry grabbed the ropes and forced Ryback to fall over, and he squashed him, and he just pinned him 1, 2, 3. And I was like, okay, this kind of works because he showed he can pick him up for the shell shock. You know, he didn't show that he can walk around the ring with him, but he showed he's strong enough to pick him up. So I was kind of like, that kind of works, you know. But then Ryback goes into the ring, back into the ring, and gives him the shell shock with the marching around the ring, and I was like, I was just so happy. It was just like. I was like, he can't do it, can he? Like, in my mind, because I know Ryback's, you know, he's not Brock Lesnar. You know, he's not Mark Henry. So it's like, can he do it? And especially since the shell shock is kind of a iffy move to do. So, seeing him pick up Mark Henry, I smiled, and I was grinning for ages. I was just like, wow, that was amazing. I mean, it wasn't fucking a technical masterpiece, but that's not what this match was. This match was, can Ryback lift Mark Henry? And with that, it delivered. Next was the tag title match. Hell No versus Dolph Ziggler and Big E with AJ Lee. It was a match. I really, really thought that Ziggler and Big E were taking the titles. I mean, I honestly thought they were going to take the titles, and Ziggler was going to cash in. They'd have a bunch of gold on him, and they'd kind of be an unstoppable force going through the WWE. But no, I guess they're keeping that for a bit later. I don't know. But man, Ziggler hasn't got long to cash in Money in the Bank. He's got 3 months? He's had it for 9 months now. Fuck. So yeah, that's a thing. Team Hell No won with, I think, a chokeslam. Oh, chokeslam into Benoit diving headbutt. It was a good match. It was enjoyable. Nothing amazing. There were a couple of near falls, and yeah. The next match I was so excited for. I was like, Fandango's gonna have Fandango versus Chris Jericho, sorry. And Fandango's gonna have like, a bunch of dancers, and he did, and there was so much dancing, it was great, and Fandango, he's got that character dance. I don't know why people don't like him. Like, the Smacks hate him. Usually Smacks like heels. And that guy is just so smarmy. He's just like, he's got the posture down, he's got the hips, and the legs apart. It just looks right. He looks so perfect in his role, and entrance was great. Chris Jericho's entrance was great with the flashy jacket, of course. I love fireworks. I love fireworks and all the pyrotechnics they have around the stadium. It's just fucking fantastic. It just makes WrestleMania so big. Fandango, I was like, this is the match where, when it finished, I was like, yes! Yes! Because Fandango pinned Chris Jericho with a small package. I was just like, fuck yeah. Because this fucking elevates Fandango. Someone actually posted earlier on the wrestling forum. Someone was like, what's he do? What's Fandango done to deserve a push? And someone was like, he won NXT Season 4. And I was like, oh yeah, so he did. He didn't really get anything for that, did he? Yeah. He didn't really get his, he was meant to have like a tag title shot with his mentor. This is going back a while back, with R-Truth, but R-Truth went crazy and started attacking John Cena and main eventing, so they couldn't have Johnny Curtis with him. But Fandango's just a great fucking character. I hope that it lasts for a while. Very, very good worker. Don't know why people say he can't wrestle. There was a few ugly spots. The finish was a bit strange. Chris Jericho messed. That was Chris Jericho's fault, not Fandango's. I mean, they could have went another 10 seconds. You didn't need to give him the lion salt. But maybe that was meant to be, and he was meant to land on his feet. But either way, Chris Jericho's knee gave out, and it gave the roll-up to Fandango. And I'm really happy with that. Hopefully he'll go, oh my god, imagine him just going straight to the main event versus Cena. All of that butt hurt. Next, World Heavyweight title match, Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger. The promo for this was fucking awesome. The reason I like this so much is, without listening to Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler, who opinionate everything, if you listen to Zeb Colter and Jack Swagger, they kind of have a point. At least in a, how do I say this? In a, they're not being dicks for the sake of being dicks, It's kind of like how people are brought up, to be like, this is our America and all that. And I'd imagine for a lot of people, it would hit very close to home. So a lot of people, I'm sure, are torn with that storyline, which is why I like it. It's not like this guy is a bad guy, that guy's a good guy, I mean, they had them in those lights, but they very rarely went to cheap heat. Tonight they kind of had to, with but even Zeb Colter said something about nasty New York City's streets, and then he was like, talking about illegals and people who speak different languages, and I think everyone has a bit of xenophobia in them, and a little bit, especially with people who speak different languages. So it's mad in a lot of, you know, what's ingrained in your brain, whether or not to accept people or be a little more, you know, uptight with them. Either way, it's just a really fucking great promo. Really good match. Swagger and Zeb Colter didn't actually get a proper entrance. I think they were hurting for time. They came down like a little buggy or a little jeep thing, which would have been a nice little entrance, but I guess they didn't. Yeah. But they had to cut the 8-man tag team match, which must have sucked for Sandow and fucking Rhodes and everyone involved in that, to be honest. It was a piss break, but still, it was their moment, you know? It was their, you know... I feel bad for them. Not for us. We didn't have to see it. But yeah, Del Rio wins clean with the armbar, the cross-arm breaker. In a really good match. It was a really, really good match. Well-paced. Quite fast-paced, actually. Lots of submission holds and reversals and great wrestling in general. So yeah, no cashing on this. I thought there would be, but what can you do? Next, The Undertaker versus CM Punk. Oh my god, this was just fucking great match. For what they couldn't do with like beating each other with chairs and shit, you know, they did a lot of stuff. It was a normal match, but yeah, the promo was great. Living Colour playing in CM Punk was fucking fantastic. The lead singer was just like, he's an old man, and if you saw him walking down the street, you think old man, and he's just fucking rocking it with his band. It was just amazing. I loved seeing that. I was smiling. That was better than that PDD bullshit. But yeah, of course, Undertaker wins. Of course, you know. Everyone holds out a little bit of hope that CM Punk wins, but what can you do? Really good match. A lot of good reversals. Great wrestling in general, and great psychology. CM Punk's facial expressions through the whole thing. The promo leading up to it was just great. Another really good work by WWE's editing staff. I wish I could edit like that. That is all I have to say. It's fucking great. What else can I say about this match? Well, it was great. It's The Undertaker vs. CM Punk. I fucking recommend you go YouTube this or something. The next match, Triple H versus Brock Lesnar, no holds barred, with Triple H's career being on the line. This match, I felt, had the biggest problem of all. This match needed a piss break between it. Undertaker versus CM Punk was such a massive match in terms of fan interaction. People screaming for CM Punk or The Undertaker or the near falls, that people hadn't had time to sit back down, you know, have a rest, take a drink, you know, go to the stands, get some fucking, you know, have a piss or whatever. That is what, what's it called? The Funker peoples are used for, you know, the break in between. You know, you need a decent break between everyone screaming, you know. So this match didn't have the greatest crowd, but my god, this was a really good match. I really enjoyed it. It told a story. It told a story of Brock Lesnar being a fucking crazed lunatic, Triple H defending his honor and wanting to fight him, Brock being a crazed lunatic. I swear to God, Vince McMahon should shell out 10 million, say to Brock, bro, come on, 1 year, every fucking Raw, every SmackDown, come on, 10 million, you'll never have to work again. Of course he never has to work again, but you know, 10 million and boom, you know, he's just a fucking monster. Oh my god. He deadlifted Triple H with one arm. And Triple H is not exactly a light man. It was just a fucking great match. I can't say any more than that. Triple H wins. And probably, I'm not sure if it's match of the night for me. I think it's joint with Taker and Punk. They were just both really fun. I think actually Triple H, Brock Lesnar, just because I am such a massive Brock Lesnar fan. He's just such a beast. You know, even in loss, Brock Lesnar. I mean, Brock Lesnar beat himself by DDTing himself into the steps. You know? Why? What's the deal with fucking Brock Lesnar and the steel steps? He should never bring those into the ring ever again. You know? That's the second time they fucked him up. But yeah, watch that match. It's fucking great. And then something really strange happened. John Cena's music hit, and I'm like, what? And John Cena comes out. What? Firstly, the fucking 8-man tag match was meant to be on. The Funkadactyl Peoples and the Tons of Funk. Fucking terrible name, but whatever. Versus Rhodes Scholars and the twins with the different boobs. But yeah, that didn't happen. John Cena comes out to his normal music, no special entrance or anything. You know, John Cena pops down to the ring. I'm like, okay, maybe The Rock's the only one with a special entrance. If you smell what The Rock's cooking, comes down to the ring, both stand in the ring. I'm like, is something going to happen here? You know, is the Shield going to come out and beat one of them up and they're going to have to, like, delay the main event or something? But no. Title goes in the air, ring the bell, they start wrestling. I'm like, am I fucking missing something here? I was like, am I going fucking crazy? Because they didn't actually, like, they played a couple of promos during the event. You know, like a Rock and John Cena one. You know, I thought they'd have a Rock one, a John Cena one, and then a feud one. You know, one shows the feud. But, you know, you usually have a promo just before the match, and they didn't have that. So it just caught me off guard, and I was like, okay, the match is on. They start wrestling and shit. This match suffered from, firstly, the crowd did not give a shit. The crowd was quiet. It was embarrassing, to be honest. You know, usually John Cena can get the "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks" chant going, yeah? That usually, you know, it indicates that people hate John Cena and love him. For God's sake, I got hair in my face. They love him, you know, and they hate him, and, you know, they're like, let's go Cena, Cena sucks, and stuff. That was just no... People just did not give a shit. They were like... They weren't even booing John Cena, like... Yeah. And that lasted until pretty much the end of the match. This match suffered from something that would have been good with a good crowd. 10 years ago, pretty much to the day, The Rock faced Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 18. I can't believe that they knew the crowd was going to be that good. If anyone's ever seen that match, and if you haven't, you should probably go see it. It wasn't a special match in terms of technicality. Hulk Hogan was already probably in his 50s by then, I'm fairly sure. Late 50s probably. But Hulk Hogan and The Rock had such a massive crowd reaction, and everyone's screaming for Hulk Hogan, even though he's the massive bad guy. It made it so that they could have a slow-paced match. The crowd would react to everything, and it would be like, oh my god, this is amazing because of the fucking crowd. This match tried to do that. You know, they had slow bits, and they'd look at each other and look at the crowd. The crowd did not give a shit, and it was embarrassing. I mean... I get that John Cena's the cash cow for WWE, and they need to give him the title and, you know, keep him in main event feuds and stuff. And they've kind of got a problem because John Cena being at the top, you know, and he sells all the merch and stuff. Once he's gone, I don't know who's going to replace him. There's no one who can go out, unless they're part-timers like Triple H and stuff like that. There's no one who can go out and fill that number one spot. The number one guy in the WWE. And that's quite scary as a wrestling fan, thinking, you know, probably WWE is probably not ever going to go under, but it's going to have a real slump. Yeah. So the money that he brings in is making him stay at the top, and they're keeping him at the top. But when he goes, it's going to be like, yeah. But yeah, the match was embarrassing. Oh my god, fucking. The worst part of this was the finishes. The Rock hit the rock bottom, goes to the pin. I'm like, ooh, okay. 1, 2, kick out. Okay, he did it. You know, he finally kicked out of the rock bottom. You know. By the way, before we go into this, the Rock's finishes up till now have not been kicked out of since he came back. The Miz at Survivor Series, or Truth, I can't remember which one. People's Elbow, 1, 2, 3. Punk at the Royal Rumble, People's Elbow, 1, 2, 3. Fairly certain the same thing happened at the Elimination Chamber. Fairly certain that no one's kicked out of those. And John Cena at last year's WrestleMania, rock bottom, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so these finishes are fucking kryptonite. They are the most powerful things ever. Rock bottom, 1, 2, kick out. Okay, that's alright, you know. Rock bottom, 1, 2, kick out. I was like, you know, okay, you almost got me there. Hits the People's Elbow, 1, 2. God damn it, got an itchy nose. 1, 2, kick out. And then, the third rock bottom, this is where I'm like, fuck, he might actually win. 1, 2, kick out. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I'm meant to believe that John Cena has just kicked out of 3 fucking rock bottoms after never being able to kick out of 1. Yeah, that bothered me. And then, just out of nowhere, you know, rock bottom countering to the FU and he pins him. I think the Rock kicked out of 1 FU. I'm not sure. Attitude adjustment, sorry. But yeah, John Cena wins, and oh my god, if anyone watched my fucking video talking about WrestleMania before, that they're gonna shake hands in the middle of the ring. He's gonna raise his hand. Not sure if he raised his hands, but they fucking shake hands, and everyone's like, this is the great... Michael Cole's sucking John Cena's dick. He's like, oh... He's like, oh, John Cena's the greatest, the best WrestleMania ever. Oh, John Cena, I love you. And shit like that. Fuck you, John Cena. You know, oh, God, this match was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. Embarrassing. Alright, that's enough. Fucking WrestleMania. It was good overall. The final match bothered me, and you know why now. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed WrestleMania. And if you haven't seen any of the matches, go see CM Punk, Taker, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, and watch the Mark Henry Ryback spot, because that was really cool. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Bye-bye. Bye.